All right, hello, this is Houston SWL. Have a video on this radio that you're seeing right in front of me. It's not shortwave related. Sometimes I dabble in trying to hear some AM stations around the US and sometimes in Mexico since I'm here in Texas. A little ways from Mexico, but I can pick up a number of stations down there. So I picked this Zenith Royal 675G AM radio built around 1962 off of Facebook Marketplace for a pretty good deal. It seems in pretty good condition as well, and it's working. So like that I'm able to sort of save, I guess, some of these old radios and still put them to use. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. And a good resource that I found for a number of these old radios is a site called radiomuseum.org. So here's a page that they have on the Royal 675G. And just some of the information. It's a super heterodyne radio, broadcast only, medium wave or AM, uses four 1.5 volt C batteries. There's a battery compartment in the back of the radio that I'll show you. It has this loudspeaker that they're talking about here, 3.5 inches. Material, it says leather, canvas, plastic, but I think it's some type of faux leather type material called permaware, if I remember right. And from what I've read, I guess over time, a lot of these cases didn't hold up, I guess, depending on the usage, but this one looks in pretty good shape. It says it's shown the model Royal 675G and then the CH, I believe it's the chassis number of a 6GT41Z1. It gives some of the dimensions there, 8.5 inches by 4.5 by 3. And if you open up the back, I'll show you, it has a sticker in there that says it's the 675G. So I was trying to go online and figure out what is the 675. So it looks like there is a difference. And according to here, it says the G has an upgraded case, larger tuning knob, and the chromium grill. And yeah, I guess right here it says cabinet material permaware, which is covered cardboard. So that's why a lot of these didn't hold up very well. Net weight 3 pounds and 1.3 ounces. And so you can look up some photographs, schematics for the radios, and more other type of information you can find from this radiomuseum.org site. So it's very useful. So here's a picture of the schematic. I think I actually got this from a different website, but it has some good information. I'm still trying to relearn some of this radio electronic stuff that I studied years ago, but you can see it has like a converter stage and then a first and second intermediate frequency of the driver going out to it's like this match pair of transistors here going to the loudspeaker, and it's like they have some info on the alignment procedure. Hopefully I won't have to be messing with that since the radio seems to be working fine, and a little information about the chassis here. So good resource out there, not just on the radiomuseum.org site, but other sites as well. You can find schematics and other information about these old radios. Like it said on here, I believe this was made in 1962. So that would be roughly 63 years old, and that's the year that I was born. So still kind of amazes me. I guess these old radios is still working and don't have any issues, I guess, as long as you take care of them. And I'm glad to be the caretaker of this old radio and put it to use. All right, so you can take a look at the radio. It's fairly simple. I mean, it's fairly hefty, but here's the on-off knob, and we'll try to pick up some stations. Fairly nice big speaker. It's the tuning dial. So, I mean, it's not Very specific on the dial, but you can, if you have a radio with digital readout, you can confirm. Still has the badge and the Zenith. You can see Royal 675. The handle still intact. A lot of these, the handle that I've seen are torn. The stitching here. I did sort of clean up the this chromium part a little, but it was really in good shape when I got it. Here's the side. Still looks in pretty good shape. A little wearing up here. The back looks pretty good as well. See these where the snaps join to the bottom of the case. This one is broken, but this seems pretty common on these old radios. This one's still intact, but coming apart, as you can see there. Has some little, I guess it holds a case on the bottom. I'm assuming what that is. This is the side. And so when you open up the back, you can see inside the radio. So this is the battery compartment. Again, uses 4 C cells with a cover. I'll try to take that off. And then here's the inside flap. So this says it's the Royal 675G and not just the 675, with a picture of the chassis there, chassis number. So let me see if I can take this this little nut type thing off, and we can look in the back of the radio. Alright, I have this unloosened. I haven't taken this off yet, but let's see how this goes. And I could try not to get the antenna wire caught under here. That's what the radio looks like in the back. You can see there's the ferrite bar, so it looks like it's maybe 3.5, 4 inches. It's not too bad. And the rest of the components inside. So again, the schematic is readily available online. I'm still not quite sure what the difference is between this, the 675G versus the 675. Bring that in a little bit, but you can see it looks really clean inside. I'm not sure if that cardboard's ever been taken off the back. Alright, I turned it on. Again, this is the on-off switch. Let's see what we can pick up. It's about 5:45 p.m. on a Wednesday here in Houston. Down here around 550 kilohertz. We'll just scroll up and see what we can hear.
I'm on the under in that one, a very big number. Under 248
Again,
between Indiana and Chicago.
this may be, I'm not all that up on all of the AM frequencies here, stations, but here this is coming in clear. I believe this is a sports station, sports radio station.
Today, 1 in 5 Americans experience emotional and mental health challenges.
Another station there.
There's a different occasion where I need
I believe this is a 740 AM talk radio program.
April 7th, and get 6 weeks free.
I believe this is 790, another sports talk radio program, local.
Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang here.
See, there's several Spanish language AM stations here in town, so this is one of them. I believe this is a Vietnamese language program from here in Houston.
Because remember, a lot of people inside the
Another talk radio program.
Preset 1. They get real Texas talk instantly.
My first preset is KPRC 950.
KPRC 950, looks like.
You'll use the radio.
Los usuarios utilizan
Another
incluso
Spanish language
adaptadores
station.
o conversiones USB-C porque dicen que el Bluetooth.
Beautiful thing to see. If it's coming at you, having a laser is a very nice thing.
Another probably talk radio station.
Every day, you seek to love your spouse and others as
I believe this is
Christ
a religious station. I'm not sure what the call sign is. Here's one coming in fairly weekly. So I'm thinking this isn't a local Houston station, but could be somewhere out in the vicinity.
Comics issue, and the two battled in combat before becoming friends. In 1975,
Another
actress
talk
Teresa
radio
Grace was
station, I
set up to play
believe.
a black female superhero
Oh, this
in
is
the Wonder
a
Woman's TV series.
Black Radio Network,
The character was never written into the TV
1340,
script.
60, something like that.
Reintroduced-
Another kind of faint station there, but Spanish. Another Spanish station.
God is working on them.
I believe this is the Catholic
Process.
radio
Your prayers can
station.
help that process.
Another kind of weak station. Another Spanish language broadcaster.
Tú también reconocieras
Another
hoy.
Spanish station.
Theo cái chương trình nào để nó phù hợp với
And the
việc
second
của
Vietnamese language AM station here in town.
có mặt ở trên đài Việt TV đây, cho nên nếu mà các cô chú anh chị có những thắc mắc, câu hỏi
I believe this is another gospel station, if I remember. Sounds like it with the music. Okay, that's a quick scan through the AM bands here. So the radio works well, has a good sound. So have been enjoying it. I heard Station La Ranchera from Monterrey, Mexico on this the other night. So I think with the somewhat long ferrite bar, it does pick up stations fairly well, but doesn't have quite the, I would say sensitivity, but the it can't discriminate between stations as well as, say, the newer technology, but it's still fun using it. So that's a quick tour of this Zenith Royal 675 AM radio. So if you hadn't thought about it, it's some other type of radio type hobby you can get into in addition to shortwave listening. So give it a try. Thanks for watching.